Each member is acknowledging that they are attending the meeting via Zoom and that they are located in Wayne County, Michigan, unless otherwise stated when I call your name. Commissioner Varga,
Present.
Commissioner Palomira,
Here.
Commissioner Kinlock,
Present.
Commissioner Hattis,
Present.
Commissioner Baydoun,
Here.
Commissioner Dobb,
Present.
Chair Marecki.
Here.
You have a quorum present.
Okay, thank you. Next item.
B, approval of the December 8th, 2020 meeting minutes.
Move
So
approval.
moved.
Support.
Approval by, I think, Varga. Supported
Yep.
by Commissioner Baydoun. Any questions or comments on the meeting minutes from last time? Okay, all those in favor, say aye.
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 Any opposed? Any abstentions? Okay, motion passes. Next item.
C, old business. There is none.
Okay, Madam Clerk, I'd just like to say a couple of things right now. First of all, Happy New Year to everyone. And so glad to have our committee back. Unfortunately, as everyone on this Zoom call knows, that Jewel Ware was the co-chair, the vice chair of this committee, and with her untimely death, of course, that leaves this position open. And I'm very glad that Commissioner Dobb is now going to be the co-chair. And I'd like to welcome the new commissioner that's going to represent Jewel's district, Jonathan Kinlock. And welcome. I think this might be your first committee meeting, Commissioner, is that correct?
It is. Yes, it is.
Well, welcome. And I see that you just got an email, so I'm going to send you my phone number and maybe we can connect soon so you can find out who
Please.
the administrative people are that you will deal with on this committee. And it's a great group and I think you'll enjoy this committee. So welcome. And
Thank
you have
you.
a lot of commissioners that are willing to help with any questions. So I'm sure
appreciate
everyone,
that.
yep, everyone will be available to you. Okay, thank you. Madam Clerk, next item.
Item D1, under new business, communication from the Department of Public Services forwarding the November 2020 report of all complaint calls made to 1888 road crew.
Okay, this is a budget instruction. Does anybody have any questions on this?
I'll move to receive and file.
Okay,
Support.
all right. All those, any questions before we vote? Okay, all those we have a motion to receive and file and support. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any
Aye.
opposed? Any abstentions? Motion passes. Next item, Madam Clerk.
Item 2, communication from the Department of Public Services forwarding the fiscal year 2020 to 21 maintenance and repair schedule for both primary and secondary roadways.
Okay, I would like to say that this was a very good graphic. So I appreciate that. I'm sure the commissioners all appreciate that. Any questions on this committee? Any comments?
Madam Chair,
Yes, Commissioner Dobb.
thank you. I just want to, I have a question, clarification. So this is just regular maintenance projects. It's not, does not include major road construction projects. Is that correct?
I'll have someone from the administration answer that. Someone here?
Yes, I'm here.
Oh, okay. Good morning. Happy New
I know
Year.
my team is there. I'm surprised they're not saying anything. I know Michelle Yancey should be on the call as well as someone.
I'm here. I'm sorry, I just unmuted. I'm sorry.
Yes, no problem. I thought someone was probably muted on there. Go ahead, Michelle.
Yes, this is just the maintenance. This is not for major repairs. Commissioner Dodd, Michelle Yancey, Department of Public Services admin.
Okay, great. Thank you. I just wanted to clarify that for any members of the public who were listening. So thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Absolutely.
Oh, and Happy New Year to everybody.
Thank you. So it's not, these are not the only projects that are going to be completed for the year.
Oh, absolutely not. No.
Okay.
Absolutely.
That's
I
correct.
just realized I was still muted as well, so Happy New Year, and I apologize for that.
Any
That's all
other
I have,
questions?
Madam Chair. No, thank you.
Sure, no, good. I'm glad because we do have the public on here.
Madam the Chair, move
yes.
to receive and file.
Okay,
Support.
okay, we have support. Move from Commissioner Pattis, supported by Varga. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Any abstentions? Motion passes. Next item, Madam Clerk.
Item 3, communication from the Department of Public Services forwarding the current map that displays the condition of roadways.
Okay, this is also a budget instruction. Any questions on this? I know it's a little bit hard to see on, I mean, it's actually pretty good on the computer. And sometimes, just a question to Director Watts. Sometimes we get a big map of this for our offices. I think they come every couple of years. Are those available, or in this COVID time, is it?
Yeah, the COVID time kind of, well, through the chair, Beth Watts, Director of DPS, you're absolutely correct. We will still try to get the larger maps out to all the commissioners, because I think it's very good. You know, a big map helps to see. But I also want to let you know that we've been working with the Do It department for the last year to really redo our maps. So we want to do it to make it even clearer and do a little updating, especially when it comes to county roads, MDOT roads, and even local municipalities. So absolutely, I will get with the roads division and see about the large maps traditionally everyone would receive. But just to let you know, we're also working to update our maps as well.
Okay, great. And actually, this is probably the best one I've seen every year on the computer. So this is a lot better than what we've had in the past. Any
Yes.
questions, Commissioner? Thank you, Bev. Any questions, Commissioners?
I will
Or
move for
comments? Okay,
Madam Chair, I
Support.
have a question.
okay, go ahead, Commissioner Dodd.
Thank you. I think I was in a meeting that I heard that there weren't any PACER studies done in 2020. Is that correct? Because of the pandemic?
Yes,
I'm
so
sorry. Go ahead, Beth.
this is Elizabeth Taylor with DPS Engineering. So yes, the PACER studies for 2020, which are typically spearheaded by SEMCOG and MDOT, were postponed for due to COVID. So this spring, we will be performing PACERs on all of our roads. So we usually split the county in half. We do west of Telegraph 1 year, east of Telegraph the next year. We will be doing the entire county this year.
Okay, so this map is with PACER studies from 2019 and.
Correct. That was the last
Okay.
PACER.
All right.
And so
And then
if you know, this map is also generated by information. It's generated officially by SEMCOG, but they get information from the county to generate this map.
okay. All right, great. Thank you.
So
Beth, how long will that take for the whole entire county to have a PACER study?
So that's a good question because I'm still learning myself, but I imagine that that we will be doing, it will be while normally it's a first quarter, maybe bleeds into second quarter, I suspect we're going to use every bit of the second quarter. So it may not be until July till we complete this. And a lot of it will depend on the weather too. So if we think we can get started earlier in March, as opposed to waiting, because obviously you don't PACER study if there's snow on the ground or the roads. So you want a PACER study once we, we can get a clear picture of what kind of damage was done during the freeze-thaw cycle.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Thanks for the explanation. Any other questions on this one? Okay, we have an approval and a support. All those in favor say aye.
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 Any opposed? Any abstentions? Motion passes. Okay, next item, Madam Clerk.
I'm sorry, who supported item 3?
Oh, I think it was Commissioner
I did.
Palmera.
Good luck.
Oh, Commissioner Kinlock.
Yes,
That's why I
my
didn't
first
recognize
second.
those. Yeah, there you go. Okay, good.
Okay.
All set, Madam Clerk?
Yeah, I got it now. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, next item.
Item 4, requesting commission approval of Amendment 1 to an intergovernmental agreement with the City of Detroit.
Okay, these are for several parks. This is an extension because of COVID. They're asking to extend the monies to improve the parks.
Move for approval, Madam the Chair.
Okay,
Support, Dobb.
we have an approval by Haddis, supported by Dobb. Any questions? Okay, Madam Clerk, could you call the roll on this?
Commissioner Varga,
Yes.
Commissioner Palomera,
Yes.
Commissioner Kinlock,
Yes.
Commissioner Haddis,
Yes.
Commissioner Baydoun,
Yes.
Commissioner Dobb,
Yes.
Chair Mareki.
Yes, motion passes. Thank you. Next item.
Item 5, requesting commission approval of a 3-year firm fixed contract with Carrier and Gable.
Okay, this is on a demand basis, this contract. Any questions on this one?
Move approval.
Okay.
Support.
All right, approval by Commissioner Palomera, supported by Commissioner Baydoun. All right, Madam Clerk, could you call the roll on this one?
Commissioner Varga,
Yes.
Commissioner Palomera,
Yes.
Commissioner Kinlock,
Yes.
Commissioner Haddis,
Yes.
Commissioner Baydoun,
Yes.
Commissioner Dobb,
Yes.
Chair Mareki.
Yes, motion passes. Next item.
Item 6, requesting commission approval of Amendment 2 of a sub-grant agreement with the Alliance of Roofed Communities.
Madam Chair, move approval.
Okay,
Support.
all right, we have approval and support. I just wanted to ask a question on this. This is actually a reduction of $30,000. And I know Director Bradford for Parks is on, and I was wondering if I could just ask for a general description on this.
Madam Chair, thank you very much. This is actually a grant that we work in partnership with our environmental team. I don't know if Noah Mullen is on the call.
If
Yes.
what?
Or Patrick. Oh, thank you, Noah.
Yes. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, the reduction is because of the settlement agreement that we had with the construction contractor and ARC, the subgrantee who was providing engineering services on the Fishway job. You recall we had a little hiccup in the construction and
Yes.
had to make some repair work, and part of that repair work included an additional $150,000 to the ARC. But then as we were negotiating the settlement with the contractor, we needed to bring that down a little bit to reach a number that was agreeable to the parties that was within the grant funding we had.
Okay,
So,
great. Any questions on this?
Madam Chair,
Yes.
I have a question. I
Go
think
ahead.
Alicia Bradford is with us. How are we doing, Alicia, in terms of completion on this project? Are we all done in terms of this project?
Through the chair, Commissioner Baydoun, no, we are not all done with this project. And again, Noel can help me if I'm missing a piece, but we're still in progress. They have a substantial amount completed. They still are required to do some more work as far as the vegetation and things of that nature. And they will be in through the fall because they are required to stay on contract through the growth season. And that should be completed by October of this year.
Okay, thank you, Alicia. You guys are doing a good job in staying on top of it. I walk that trail every day and I checked on it myself too.
We know. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Commissioner. Anybody else? Okay, we have a motion to support by Commissioner Kinlock, and I believe to approve, and I believe Commissioner Hadis supported that. Madam Clerk, could you call the roll on that?
Commissioner Varga,
Yes.
Commissioner Palomera,
Yes.
Commissioner Kinlock,
Yes.
Commissioner Hadis,
Yes.
Commissioner Baidoon,
Yes.
Commissioner Daub,
Yes.
Chair Mareki.
Yes, motion passes. Next item, please.
Item 7, requesting commission approval of a declaration and notice with the Michigan Department of Natural Resources for the Illsworth Boardwalk project.
Okay, Alicia, could you just touch on this as well?
Thank you, Madam Chair. This is a resolution for a grant that we received from the Michigan Department of Natural Resources, our Illsworth Boardwalk project, which is directly across from our Nankin office. This declaration of resolution is just for adoption so we can submit our final request for reimbursement of funding for this project.
Okay, great. All these park projects are great. Any questions on this, commissioners?
I'll move approval.
Okay,
Support.
all right, we have an approval by Daub, supported by Baidoon. Madam Clerk, could you call the roll on this?
Commissioner Varga,
Yes.
Commissioner Palomera,
Yes.
Commissioner Kinlock,
Yes.
Commissioner Hadis,
Yes.
Commissioner Baidoon,
Yes.
Commissioner Daub,
Yes.
Chair Mareki.
Yes, motion passes. Next item, which is still number 7 on our packet, but it's number 8 on the agenda here. So number 8.
Item 8, requesting commission approval of a declaration and notice with the Michigan Department of Natural Resources for the Hines Ann Arbor Trail Connector.
Okay, so this is what the same thing as on number 7, I take it.
Through the chair, correct. It's similar. It's our Ann Arbor Trail Connector project. And again, it's just adopted of a resolution from our grant from the Michigan Department of Natural Resources and MDOT. So we can submit for reimbursement for this project.
Okay, great. Any questions, commissioners? Was that Commissioner Varga?
Yes.
Varga, okay.
Support.
Support.
All right, supported by Commissioner Hadis. Okay, Madam Clerk, could you call the roll on this, please?
Commissioner Varga,
Yes.
Commissioner Palomera,
Yes.
Commissioner Kinlock,
Yes.
Commissioner Hadis,
Yes.
Commissioner Baidoon,
Yes.
Commissioner Daub,
Yes.
Chair Mareki.
Yes, motion passes. Next item?
E, such other matters as may be properly submitted before the committee.
Are there any such other matters? I haven't heard anybody pointing on.
Commissioner Michelle Yancey, again, there was an error on the agenda number 4. That should be 2018-60-075M1
Okay,
instead of 2019.
Madam Clerk, did you get that?
Yes, we'll make that correction, Commissioner.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Okay, next item, Madam Clerk.
Public comments.
Okay, have we had any emails to this committee?
No, we haven't received any emails.
Okay, let's see. Can you unmute everyone? And we'll see if we have anybody from the audience. I don't see anybody in the chat room asking any questions.
Everyone's not unmuted.
Okay, is there anyone from the public that would like to address the Committee on Public Services? Anyone from the public? You can just come forward and say your name. Okay, one more time. Anyone from the public that would like to address our committee today? Okay, I hear no one and I see no one writing in. Okay, next item, Madam Clerk.
Adjournment.
Okay.
So
we have a
moved,
motion?
Madam Chair.
Okay, we have Hattis and Commissioner Palomera. All right, all in favor, say aye.
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 We are now adjourned. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Yeah.